Good afternoon. My name is Diamond. That's Tiana. That's Rob. And that's Jayshawn. And today they're going to be joining me to talk about our group discussion concerning communication strategies between family members. So, in this book that we're reading in class, they define communication as the process of generating meaning by sending and receiving verbal and nonverbal symbols and signs that are influenced by multiple contexts. So I'm going to define both verbal and nonverbal to you so that when I ask the questions, you understand what you want to say. So verbal is verbally, vocally, or through written words expressing a message to someone else. The verbal notion could be oral or written. Some examples could be someone orally telling someone how they're bothered by something that they did or something that they said. And an example is my mom, like, she'll watch us during the school year, and then when I come back from school, if she's leaving before I come back, she'll write a message on a piece of paper like, oh, I cleaned this, like, all you gotta do is take the clothes out the washer and dryer, wash the dishes, blah, 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 blah. So for nonverbal, the definition is any communication without any words coming from the mouth, such as signs, symbols, colors, gestures, body language, and any facial expressions. But we're going to focus on gestures and body language and any facial expression. So my first question I'm going to ask you is, what challenges do you face when communicating with family members? You want me to go first? Okay. So a problem I have when I'm communicating is that I don't fully listen. I just, like, I'll listen halfway and try to complete the rest. And then I feel like that messes with my verbal communication because I don't fully listen when they're talking to me. So that just throws everything off. Okay. Was that a good enough example? Do I need to give another one?
It's communication with you.
With your family members.
I think a lot of times with my family is we'll just expect everyone to know like what a certain problem is, like, or we'll point fingers and point blame on somebody like, oh, you didn't do this, or you didn't clean the kitchen, you didn't clean the bathroom, but it's like sometimes you didn't know that it was your turn or something like that.
Well, me, we don't really, we just talk about it. Like we're just blunt with each other. But we're family, so we're not going to take it to heart. So if it's the issue, we just let it know. But we're not going to like make it bigger than what it already is. We just going to talk to each other one on one, stuff like that.
What about you?
My family, it's kind of like both areas together. We kind of do both. Like, we so close that we just like talk a lot of problems out if we have a problem. But sometimes we do like point fingers at each other.
Okay. My second question is, what situations have you been in where family members had bad communication skills? Like for me, with me and my sister, what happens is it'll be something like, okay, I was washing the dishes and I don't like how while I was washing the dishes, she wanted to eat a bowl of cereal. So now she's adding more dishes onto what I'm doing. But I'm not going to say nothing because it's my night to wash the dishes, but now I'm mad. So it'll be something like that, and I'll just be mad the rest of the night. And she can do something as little as ask me a dumb question, and I'm like, why would you ask me something so stupid? And I'm just coming at her, but it's because I never told her how I felt the first time. So when they keep on doing it, it's like, dang, I probably should have said it the first time. If I said it, it wouldn't have been the same problem repeating over and over. So what situations have you been in where somebody had bad communication skills?
Um, I think it would be like sometimes like similar, like because of the first problem, like we'll feel some type of way about something, but we won't tell each other like that that's what happened or that's the reason why we're mad. And then it's like the more that you keep doing stuff, the more that it doesn't get confronted until like it's this whole big situation, and now we gotta have a family meeting, and then it's all this, and then we calling in my grandmom or my sister's actual dad, and it's a whole like thing. But if you would have just, if we would have just nipped the situation in the beginning, like things would be better. So that's probably it.
Yeah, your turn, Rob.
Nah. So like what we do, we just like we argue about our opinions. Like we will try to argue, make our point valid. But like we would, if we know that we both have different opinions, we gonna keep going back and forth. But we're not gonna take it to heart. We just gonna argue in the moment, or like have a discussion and then keep going from our day. We're not gonna take none of it to heart. Like me and my mom, we would argue about this shirt not matching these pants, but she would say they do match, but I would say they don't. We used to go back and forth. Like yes, they do. We was keep going back and forth with that.
So would you say that y'all are too verbal?
I'm just
I mean, we're not physical.
I'm just
I mean,
I'm just saying that my mom's verbal.
but I'm saying like sometimes too much of something is a problem.
I mean, we don't like. It don't be all the time.
But it's
It's
just
just
when
like-
y'all do have conflict. It's,
Yeah, it's not even like a major conflict. It should be like something little. But like if it's something that's bothering her or one of us, we're gonna let it know.
Okay. Jason, what's a situation you were in where a family member had bad communication skills? It could be somebody touching your game, you don't want them to.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yep. Yeah, like if alright, so if I have my game on and I'm not home, like my mom like clean my room or something like that. Like you're supposed to if she telling like she always tell me to unplug things when I'm not using it. So if she try to like unplug my game, like I'll take it off the wall before cutting it off. Like that's it's always a problem every time she do that. So that's probably like
You could at your bug because she don't plug your game.
yes, because you can't do it that way. Like if you just take it off the wall without unplugging it, like it can mess my game up. And I tell her that all the time. But
What she say?
she don't listen to me.
Because you're not paying bills.
I do pay bills. But yeah.
So I feel like with
So what
all
y'all
of
do
our,
about it? Y'all like discuss it. Y'all argue about it.
Yeah, we just argue about it.
So when every time it happens, you say something or you just
Yeah.
let it slide.
No. I'm a journalist. I'm not letting that slide. Like I pay for that. Like I'm not. I can't let that slide.
so I feel like with all of us, the problems is verbal, whether it's too verbal or not verbal enough. Even if it's like every now and then, like when it happens, not even if you're too verbal, only on conflict. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So the last question I'm gonna ask is, do you feel like you can improve any communication skills, even if it's just a little bit? For me, I felt like I should improve with my verbal communication skills because I'm always avoiding really because I don't have time for extra stuff. I don't like arguing. I don't like any of it sometimes. But I feel like if I was to be more verbal, it wouldn't be as many arguments. I expect people to move how I feel. Like I feel like if I'm acting like I'm bothered, I feel like you should know I'm bothered. So, that's just how I treat every situation. Do you feel like you need to improve any?
Um, as a whole, or just me personally?
Just you personally.
Yeah, because I do think like a lot of times things bother me. Or I feel like I'm doing stuff that sometimes like I'll go all week and I'll cook like breakfast and dinner. We don't eat lunch, but like breakfast and dinner, and I feel like if I cooked and did all that, then I shouldn't have to clean the kitchen. Stuff like that. So it's like I do all this, and then you either don't come out and eat, or you don't clean up after yourself, and I gotta do that. Like that bothers me. And like I might not say nothing right away, but then something else happens. So I guess just if I feel like there's a problem, or if I'm annoyed with something, then I need to say it like right away, then letting it build up.
Wow.
I just need to stop assuming that people are smart.
Stop assuming people are smart. Okay, what you mean by that?
Like some people don't have common sense, and I'd be assuming that people got common sense. So like me assuming, I would get mad because I assumed wrong, and then they messed up. So now it's just like, come on, like you gotta do better. Like, whoa, this is something little. So I was just, and that would start a conflict right there, because I would speak up, and like I do that all the time. I would just speak up if there's a problem.
Deshaun, you feel like you need some improvement?
Um, I need to improve on
Common sense.
very common sense.
That's what you said.
Yeah. I think I like to avoid a lot of like big problems and like all the small stuff. Like I'll argue all day with the small stuff, but like something serious, I don't like to really talk about that much.
Like we argue all the time, but we don't take it to heart.
Yeah.
But we'll speak our mind though.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think are things that you could do that could benefit, like could help you improve on the skills?
Come on, doctor, help me.
Okay, basically like if you don't if you feel like you're avoiding stuff, what could you do to approach those problems? Like, do you think that you avoid them because of how you say stuff or how they say stuff, or do you feel like you do stuff wrong that makes it worse?
I like to avoid conflict. Like I don't like any like even I think because I work in retail, so I'm it's a lot of that happens, and I have to be fake, and I can't really react how I really want to react. So like whenever there's a chance for me to have actual conflict like in my life, I just try not to deal with it. So that's probably why.
You don't know how to answer it.
If it's a problem, it's a problem. I'm gonna give you the energy you give me. Yeah. If it comes to me, then it was meant to be.
Okay. Well,
You don't pick who you want to fight, though. You just gonna stuff happens. It leads up to stuff. Leads up to stuff.
okay. Well, I believe communication between family members is good for the relationships because they allow people to clearly understand how you may feel in different situations. I feel like verbal communication is more effective because it allows everybody to know how you feel so that they don't have to just go by your actions because nobody really knows that you're avoiding anything. They just feel something. Like, you know how you can just feel somebody just being weird? So I feel like verbal communication is more important. And the skills of communication will be able to improve relations in family.